Are you God's gatekeeper? James chapter 2 verses 14 through 16 challenges you and I to consider the essence of true faith. It's not merely about believing, it's about action. What good is it, my brother and sister, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? It's a powerful reminder that faith without action, it's just really ineffective. God actively engages with the needs of others. He calls upon us to step in as His agents of compassion. But are you? Are you seeking that great goodness of God? Consider this. How often do we encounter someone struggling? And instead of offering tangible help, we might simply toss around platitudes. You'll be fine. Just try harder. I'm sorry life is so tough for you. But really, is that enough, church? Let's reflect on how God interacts with those in need when He sees someone in distress. He doesn't just offer encouraging words. He intervenes. And this is how we learn from the Master of help. The story of the widow Zarephath in 1 Kings chapter 17 verses 8 through 27 illustrates this beautifully, in my opinion. In the midst of a devastating drought, God sends the prophet Elijah to a woman who is preparing to eat her last meal. She's like at her wit's end, holding just a handful of flour and a little oil. Yet instead of ignoring her plight, God provides a miracle. The flour and the oil, they don't run out. God doesn't tell her to just make it work. He meets her right where she is, ensuring she has enough to keep going. What an example for you and I to meet the needs of the people. We've got to be something more than ourselves, something more than our words. We've got to be living sacrifices for the glory of God. You see, in Luke chapter 4, verses 25 through 26, Jesus references this very story to highlight God's heart for the marginalized. It literally demonstrates that true compassion is not about sympathizing from a distance, but about engaging deeply with the struggles of others. You see, God sees the needs of those who feel overlooked and ensures they receive support through us, through you and me, His instruments of grace. That's what we're called to be. So, may I propose a simple question? Are you God's promise keeper? Are you? Being a promise keeper means recognizing your power to affect change in someone's life. It's like about being aware of the silent battles people face and approaching them with empathy and tangible support. And may I suggest a few ways that each of us can begin this on the journey. I have practiced many of them. I like to listen and learn about the people I meet. One of the most powerful things we can offer is our presence, our time. To listen to someone's story, to understand their struggles, and to validate their feelings. Sometimes just being heard can ignite hope I have seen that time and time and time again, just listening to their stories. Sometimes just a simple prayer. And we leave them with a smile, a hope in Christ. We need to act with compassion, whether it's providing a meal, offering financial assistance, or like I said, giving your time, which is the most valuable. It's all about tangible support that can be life-changing in people's world. And don't underestimate the impact of some of the smallest acts of kindness. And another, we need to collaborate with one another. We need to look for opportunities to work with organizations and individuals who are dedicated to helping others. Because together, we can amplify our efforts and make more significant impact on our communities. Sharing resources, whether it's our skills, our time, or our finances, we need to be open to sharing what we have. And sometimes this includes mentoring someone. This I love to do, mentoring them that are struggling, sometimes donating to charities, or simply just showing up when someone needs a friend. This is very special. I often walk the streets in my community, and I can sense when somebody is having a moment. I engage them. And it never fails that they open up and tell me their story. But at the same time, I'm praying for guidance. I pray at the beginning of the day for guidance, often, because I'm unsure of how to help sometimes. Praying for wisdom and discernment can align me with opportunities where I can help where it's needed the most in someone's life. And though it may sound financial sometimes, they just need to be heard. In a world that can feel so daunting, I ask you to choose to be bearers of hope as God's promise keepers, because you and I can create ripples of change and compassion. So let's embody the very faith we profess, actively loving, actively serving, actively lifting up those around us. Together, you and I can be the hands and feet of God, ensuring that no one feels like they are walking this life alone. I encourage you to take a moment to reach out to someone who may need your support. Look for opportunities every day. You have the power to be the answer to a prayer. Will you answer the call to be a promise keeper for the glory of God?